Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Browar Kingpin. And it's a bottle of their Geezer Irish Espresso Stout, coming in at 6.4% ABV. The beer has been brewed with lactose. Now that lactose quality in the beer is going to give a wonderful, beautiful, creamy mouthfeel. It's been brewed with oak whiskey flakes also. So the beer is going to have a lovely oaky whiskey mouthfeel going together with them lovely biscuity roasted malts. Beer pouring out in the glass. As you can see, it's developing a lovely head. Nice look at that carbonation rising on that head. It's a big 4-finger tan coloured head there, and it's a jet black beer in the glass. This looks absolutely fantastic. It's a wonderfully dark coloured beer. As you all know, Poland are famous for their Baltic porters. I'm looking forward to the aroma of this beer. Is it going to be any kind of Baltic porter style to this beer, or is it just going to be a New World beer? Okay, so let's get the aroma for the Kingpin Geezer Irish Espresso Stout. You get like a kind of a milky, kind of lactosey aroma there. Loads of oak, loads of vanilla, loads of whiskey. Of course, you've got the elements of a stout there also. You've got that lovely coffee, chocolate, caramel. Smells really good. I'm about to dive in. Let's dive in. Cheers. Wow. That is full on, absolutely full on, in lots of different directions. Blimey. There's so much bitterness in this beer, but it's not just bitterness. You've got oak there, you've got a lovely, rich, creamy mouthfeel that, for me, is the absolute backbone of this beer is the mouthfeel. I feel a beer with all of these different flavours has to have a big, thick, creamy mouthfeel, and this beer delivers with that. Now they've added oak whiskey flakes to the beer, oak chips, which have been kind of soaked in whiskey, and that is, it's a genius. It's a kind of a master stroke for the beer, because it gives the beer another direction to go in. It's not just a kind of a lactose stout. It's not just a beer that's kind of one-dimensional. You get lots of milk stouts. This is a whiskey oak aged milk stout. So you get your coffee, your chocolate and your caramel. What do you want with that chocolate, that coffee, that caramel? You want great mouthfeel. The lactose in this beer, the oak chips in this beer, is part of a thought process that has probably agonised the brewer for weeks, if not months, trying to get the perfect milk stout. This is brilliant. This is absolute class. It's also nicely carbonated. So you get a lovely lift to the beer. Although the beer is creamy and it's kind of sticking to the lips, it gets pushed round with that carbonation, and the flavour hits more of the palate that it may not have hit if it wasn't for that lovely carbonation to help push the beer around inside of the mouth. And of course, it wouldn't be a Polish craft beer without a great element of hops. But it's not overly done. It's not a crazy hop charged beer, because I think that would ruin it. That would send the beer in too many directions and it would end up getting itself lost. But saying that, there's still a nice level of hoppy bitterness in the beer, going along with that kind of malty bitterness also, that the roasted malts is giving off an element of bitterness in the beer. This is the third beer I've had from Kingpin. The Berserker was a lovely dark ale. The IPA was a fantastic beer. And this, well, this, if you had the choice of putting 6 bullets in your beer minigun, and you had the 6 rounds to fire at the judges, you would put these 3 beers in: the Berserker, the IPA, and this lovely geezer. You would put, it's 3 good beers in the barrel of the gun. Where this brewery goes is completely up to them. So far, they've shown utter brilliance. They've put so much thought into the beer. This is a magical beer. It really is. So just to top it all off then, you've got chocolate, coffee, caramel coming from the malt, a little dose of vanilla mixed in with that kind of oak chip, whiskey, aged kind of flavour. Because what the whiskey oak chips do, it tricks your mind into thinking that you're drinking some kind of barrel aged stout. And that is clever in itself. The vinous, plummy, fig flavours in this beer is just amazing. The mouthfeel, the lactose, makes you imagine that the beer has actually got coffee, chocolate and caramel, because all of them kind of flavours are based on milk. So that is another kind of genius part of this beer by the brewer. And then to top it all off, I've got a little bit of a kind of a sticky, hoppy, resinous feeling on the lips. I can't say any more. It's a brilliant beer. Kingpin Geezer Irish Espresso Stout. 6.4% ABV. Is a beer you must try in Poland. I will be in Poland in April the 29th at the Wrocław Wrocław Beer Festival, should I say. I'm wearing a Kingpin geezer, look at that. I'm a short ass, so I must do this. I'm wearing their t-shirt. I will be wearing this in Poland with pride. Michael, he's a great guy. He's a big guy, big arms, twice the size as mine, with a ponytail, blonde hair, and he's a great guy. You can talk beer to him all night, and well, I suppose all that's left to do is to just rate the beer now. I feel that this beer has no faults. I feel that this beer is one of the best beers I've had from Poland. I feel that this beer needs to be tried by as many people as possible. So with that kind of wrapping everything up, I'm going to give this beer a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 beer from Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews and cheers.